Hello, hello, and thank you for joining me today. How are you? I'm excited because I'm going to learn German. I'm going to hack my way into learning German in 3 minutes and 41 seconds. Thanks to DW Euromax. Go check out their channel, of course. Link is down below. Before we get started, I did want to say thank you for all the comments, all the nice comments lately. Even when I have like a sponsored video or like a sponsor in a video, people are like, oh, congrats on the sponsor. That's so cool. Like, I feel very lucky that you guys are so nice. So thank you for all the nice comments for the most part. And other thing is, if you get a comment that says you like to contact, it's supposed to be me, and it's saying, oh, just contact me on Telegram and I'll send you money and stuff. Like, you won. Tell him to shove his Tele up his gram, because that's not me. That's a scam. So don't fall for that. I've been getting a lot of emails about that. And thanks for all the emails. I wish I could respond to each one of you. But the emails, I read them. And they're nice. Very nice. I do respond to a lot of them. One dude was emailing me saying he was trying to apply to be my meme translator. You guys are cool. I feel like I had one more thing to say, but you know what? We're doing it live. I don't know. It probably wasn't important. Let's hack our way into learning German.
Does learning German sometimes make you feel like this? Or this?
Why?
Well, I feel you. So I've put together some tips to get you through the rough patches. A few German language hacks to give you a little breather along this journey we call Deutsch lernen.
Deutsch learner. You have to have, why do you always combine words? Deutsch learner. It just makes it even more difficult.
Nemesis of
Here's my German hack. Put spaces between each word instead of putting them all together.
many a German learner, articles. Der, die, or das. 46% of German nouns are feminine, 34% masculine, and 20% neuter. So statistics.
Neuter? They're neutered?
German nouns are feminine, 34% masculine, and 20% neuter.
That's a pretty funny. I like that. I didn't know that's what that's called. A neutered. It's a neutered word. Okay. Interesting little graph.
So statistically, if in doubt, D is your best bet. But it turns out there are a few general rules to give you a little bit of guidance while taking a wild guess. You can usually use der for seasons, days of the week and months, compass directions, weather, alcohol, except beer, that's das. And now for feminine words, numbers and fruit. Of course there are some exceptions, like it's der Apfel. Why do you have to be so difficult? And finally, neuter words. Use das for colours, letters, and materials, like wood or metal. Word endings can also give you a clue about a noun's gender. Screenshot this table to practice this part later.
Oh, God. See, I can't, my American brain is just it's too small. That's what I'll say. It's just too small. I can't look at this and it doesn't, I could never memorize all this.
One of my pet hates about German is the way numbers are formed. It's not 64, but 4 and 60, 64. But once you hit the hundreds, things get even worse, because you have to jump from the hundreds back to the units and then to the tens. 245, 205 and 40. That makes...
I didn't know you guys did numbers like that. Wow. You kind of took all the genius parts about the metric system. Like the fact that you guys use the metric system and we use the imperial crap. That all kind of gets thrown out the window because this just makes it all nonsense to me. I'm just saying.
Makes no sense. So here's my tip. If you're taking down a number, don't write the digits too close together. Always leave a gap on either side so you're ready for any surprises.
Oh my God, I didn't even think about that. If you're being told a number, you can't just write it. You can't just, like in English, 244. No, actually that one would work. Because it's 44. 246, you'd have to be like 2, then put a 6 way down here, then I'll be like, okay, how many? 4, okay. That's crazy.
46. 107.
Das war's?
Ja.
Das war
194.
Be aware, when reading long numbers like telephone numbers, some Germans like to spice things up a bit by switching between using single digits and longer numbers.
01765 26 88 749.
How does a foreigner even stand a chance? This is like a prank. If you were trying to pull a prank on a foreigner, you would give them a number like a really long number and then just randomly start saying, you know, oh, just kidding. Actually, it's 88, not just 8.
If you're in a conversation with a German and you're not really following what's going on, fear not. There are several words you can just
Duh.
throw in between some nodding and interested facial expressions in order to not give the game away that you've got no idea what's going on. Firstly, the more vague terms.
I'm already a pro at this with my wife.
Interessant. Echt? Krass.
Krass. Yes.
So, play around with the intonation to express surprise. Ach so. Or understanding. Ach so. If you get the impression that your conversation partner is looking for some positive feedback or affirmation from you,
Ach so.
there are some perfect words that you can use to express that you are in agreement with what they're saying, whatever that might be. Stimmt, genau, klar.
But what if you don't agree? What if they're saying like, can you babysit my kids for free for this weekend?
And finally, if you're actually brave enough to try and formulate full sentences, but you need to buy yourself a little more thinking time between words, I've got just the thing. So is essentially the German equivalent of the modern like in English. If you
Oh, cool. So you can sound like a valley girl. Just
like know what I mean. Ich hab so nicht wirklich so nachgedacht, weißt du? So just throw a few in while you try and remember the next word. Then there's halt. That usually means stop, but you might notice Germans using it in weird places. Und ich hab halt gesagt, das ist halt total bescheuert, aber das ist halt einfach so. So in this case, it doesn't mean stop. In fact, it doesn't mean much at all. But it will help you sound like a local. If you've got any more German language hacks, then share them in the comments. And we've got loads more on the German language over on Instagram, DW_me_the_Germans.
Okay. I did not learn German. I thought I would learn German in 3 minutes, 41 seconds. All it did was tell me about how confusing it actually is. Like, now I just know that I really stand no chance. That thing about the numbers is actually mind-blowing. And people just they just say stop in the middle. It sounds like a play. Like, oh, and then he went over there, stop. And then, I went to pick up the groceries, stop. I went to pick up the stop groceries. Why is that a thing? I would love to be explained to why you put stop in the middle of a sentence. Anyway, I mean, I still enjoyed that. That was interesting. But I'm no closer to learning German. Krass. Thank you for... Why does it do that sometimes? I told it to go away, and it just... Thank you. Thank you for watching. Hey, I hope to see you again here tomorrow, because hopefully tomorrow's video will make more sense to me. This one just confused me. But that's what happens when you just react to random stuff. Anyway, have a fantastic day, guys. And I hope to see you here. I already said that. All right. Subscribe if you feel like it. Either way, thank you, and goodbye.